8 signs someone is jealous of you. Stoic philosophy. Jealousy is like an underground storm that obscures the most beautiful moments of our lives. Ironically, you may not even realize it. Even when you are close to people who are jealous of you, they might laugh, chat happily, and appear friendly. But behind that facade, they are silently waiting for the moment you stumble. What's worth noting is that jealousy is often not publicly acknowledged. Instead, it manifests through small, subtle behaviors that reveal their true feelings. But don't worry. Today we will clarify everything. In this article, I will share 8 clear signs to help you recognize when someone is jealous of you. More importantly, you will learn how to handle these situations with the calmness and wisdom of a Stoic. Read until the end so you don't miss out on important lessons that could change the way you view and handle relationships. Imagine that living among jealous people is like walking through a minefield. While you strive to pursue your goals and live passionately, someone who lacks the courage to congratulate you is quietly trying to bring you down. Jealousy often stems from unhealthy comparisons. They look at your successful moments and assume that your life is filled with luck, while they only see injustice. The irony is, the closer they are to you, the more they notice your achievements, and that only deepens their jealousy. We have all experienced the feeling of jealousy at some point. The real challenge lies in how each person deals with it. Do they let it nurture bitterness? Or do they choose to let go and grow? This is also true when it comes to recognizing jealousy from others. It's not a harmless emotion. It can escalate into resentment and even lead to harmful actions. Therefore, be prepared, as we will explore 8 signs that someone is jealous of you and how to face them with intelligence and composure. 1. They imitate everything you do. Have you ever noticed that someone seems to be copying your every move? At first, this might appear as admiration. They compliment your ideas, show interest in how you work, and even express eagerness to learn from you. But gradually, this turns into more of a covert competition rather than genuine admiration. What's notable is that they rarely acknowledge their imitative behavior. Take Anna, a talented fashion designer. For example, she has a colleague named Sarah, who frequently asks for feedback on her designs. Generous by nature, Anna is always willing to share her ideas. However, after a while, Anna realizes that Sarah is not just learning but is actually copying her work. Sarah starts presenting Anna's ideas as her own, even taking them to clients before Anna does. At an exhibition, Sarah shows up with a collection that closely resembles Anna's designs. When receiving compliments, Sarah only smiles without mentioning where the ideas came from. This imitative behavior often stems from a lack of self-confidence. Rather than seeking and developing their own value, they choose to mimic others, hoping that doing so will fill the void of their own insecurities. So what should you do when faced with such people? Focus on yourself. Don't let their imitative behavior demotivate you or distract you. Keep creating and developing in your own way. Set clear boundaries. Not every idea or project needs to be shared, especially with people who don't respect your creativity. Keep innovating. Genuine creativity is hard to replicate. If you constantly innovate, they will never catch up to you. By staying firm and not being affected, you will protect your own value and continue to move forward. 2. They try to undermine you. Jealous people often try to undermine you to overshadow your success and value. This can be expressed through words or actions, sometimes subtle but enough to make you feel hurt or doubt yourself. They may pretend to offer constructive criticism, but in reality, it's meant to belittle you. For example, when you achieve a success, instead of congratulating you, they might say something like, "It's probably just luck. It wasn't that hard." Or when you wear a new outfit, they might comment, "It's okay. but it doesn't really suit you. These words may seem mild, but over time, they can make you feel insecure and question your worth. Moreover, they tend to put you down in front of others to make themselves stand out. They may recount your past mistakes or deliberately mock a minor flaw in front of everyone. This not only embarrasses you, but also reduces the respect others have for you. They also often deny your efforts, claiming that your success is not due to your abilities, but simply because of help from others or a bit of luck. They might even compare themselves to you and do everything they can to make you feel inferior. This behavior stems from insecurity or jealousy. Instead of uplifting themselves, they try to bring you down to feel superior. However, you must realize that your value does not depend on their words or perceptions. Holding onto your confidence, not letting their negative comments affect you, and continuing to shine in your own way is the best response to their attempts to undermine you. 3. They always compare themselves to you. Jealous people often can't stop comparing themselves to you. They observe everything you do, everything you achieve, and try to find ways to make comparisons, even when it's unnecessary. These comparisons are not meant for learning or finding inspiration, but to prove that they are better than you, or conversely, to diminish the value of your accomplishments. Imagine you just shared the joy of achieving a proud milestone, like completing a major project or getting promoted. Instead of congratulating you, they might say, "Actually, I've done that too, and I did it much faster." Or, if they haven't achieved something similar, they'll try to overshadow it by comparing it with one of their own accomplishments. "That sounds good, but what I did before was much harder." Sometimes, their comparisons also take the form of quiet competition. They might try to mimic everything you do, from your fashion style to your work habits, even your personal interests, just to prove they can do it better than you. They don't stop at copying, they also exaggerate their own achievements to make you feel inferior. These comparisons also show up in everyday conversations. They may put you in an awkward position by constantly comparing you to others. "You did well, but I think that other person is even better." Or, they might compare themselves to you with subtle remarks like, "I thought about doing that too, but I didn't have to try so hard to achieve it." Behind these behaviors of comparison lies deep insecurity and a profound sense of inadequacy. They are not satisfied with themselves, so they need to use you as a measuring stick to evaluate their worth. However, this not only affects you but also damages the relationship between you two. The best way to handle people who constantly compare is not to engage in their game. You don't need to prove anything. Instead, focus on what you're doing. Continue to grow, and let your achievements speak for themselves. Don't let this quiet competition affect your mindset and energy. 4. They act distant when you succeed. One of the most obvious signs of jealousy is when someone becomes distant or indifferent every time you achieve success. Instead of congratulating you or sharing your joy, they choose to remain silent, act uninterested, or even avoid you. This behavior not only makes you feel isolated, but also clearly reflects the discomfort they are hiding. Imagine you just completed a major project or received the good news of being promoted, while other friends eagerly send their congratulations. This person disappears from the conversation or responds with indifference, saying something like, "Oh, that's fine," before quickly changing the subject. This coldness is not accidental, it stems from the discomfort they feel seeing you progress further than them. They may even intentionally avoid meeting you at important events related to your success. For example, if you throw a party to celebrate, they might come up with an excuse to not attend. Or if they do show up, they keep their distance and don't actively engage in the overall atmosphere. This makes you feel like your happiness is not valued, and you're being isolated. For jealous people, Your success serves as a reminder of what they haven't achieved or what they feel they cannot accomplish. Instead of feeling happy for you, they choose to distance themselves to avoid confronting their own feelings of inferiority or insecurity. However, this behavior doesn't stop at just being distant. Some people might even spread negative rumors or try to downplay your achievements behind your back. They might say things like, "Her success was just luck," or "If I were in her position, I could do it too." To deal with this distancing behavior, it's important to maintain your self-confidence and not let their negative actions affect your joy and accomplishments. Focus on the people who truly support and appreciate you. True friends will always be there to share your joy and support you on your journey, while those who are jealous and distant are not worth your concern. Finally, remember that your success doesn't need the approval of everyone. Sometimes, when someone distances themselves after your success, it's a sign that you are moving forward and achieving something they can't overlook. Let this be the motivation for you to keep growing and be proud of what you have accomplished. 5. They try to put you down. Jealous people often cannot accept that you are more successful or outstanding than they are. And one of the most common ways they express their discomfort is by trying to put you down. They may use negative comments, unconstructive criticism, or do everything they can to make you feel small or less capable than you actually are. Often, they will try to mask their intentions with seemingly harmless jokes. But in reality, these remarks are sarcastic or insulting. For example, when you proudly share about a project you've completed successfully, they might mock you by saying, "Oh, anyone can do that. Why are you showing off?" Or, if you receive praise from others, they will chime in with something like, "She's good, but it's probably just luck." These kinds of remarks not only diminish the value of your achievements, but also make you feel overlooked. Additionally, they may look for small weaknesses or mistakes of yours and exaggerate them. For example, if you make a minor error at work, they will act like it's a huge issue and emphasize it in front of others. Their goal is not only to make you lose confidence, but also to make you appear unprofessional or unreliable in the eyes of others. Not stopping there, jealous people might even spread false rumors about you, intentionally fabricating or distorting information to tarnish your reputation. They may claim that you don't deserve what you've achieved or that you reached your success through dishonest means. Their behavior is not only a sign of envy, but also shows that they are trying to cover up their own insecurities. Instead of focusing on improving themselves, they choose to bring you down to feel better about themselves. When dealing with these put-down actions, it's essential to stand firm and not let yourself be affected by their unconstructive criticism. Don't argue or try to justify yourself, as doing so will only make them feel like they've achieved their goal. Instead, let your achievements and actions speak for themselves. Also, remember that sincere people will never try to put you down. They will always respect and appreciate you, no matter where you are in life. Those who try to put you down are merely reflecting their own insecurities, and you don't need to let them overshadow your true value. 6. Pretending to care but trying to make you fail. One of the clear signs of jealousy is when someone pretends to be very interested in you and your life, but in reality, they are trying to make you fail. These people often act like good friends, always listening to you and offering advice. But behind their sweet words is indifference or even malice. They might ask about your plans, goals, and objectives, then give advice that at first seems very helpful. However, this advice often turns out to be unrealistic or unsuitable for your situation, leading you into unnecessary difficulties. For example, they might say, "If I were you, I would quit this job because the market is not promising," even though you know it's the right move for you. This kind of advice is not meant to help you grow, but can make you hesitant and doubt yourself. Moreover, They may create situations that put you in a tough spot. For instance, they might intentionally not inform you about important opportunities or events, or neglect to help when you need it. When you face failure, they stand by, criticizing you instead of offering support at the right time. They are often only around when things go wrong, and instead of encouraging you, they will criticize or make harsh remarks. Like, "I told you so. Why didn't you listen to me?" Some people even try to sabotage your opportunities. For example, when you receive a chance for collaboration or a promotion, they might spread false rumors or try to create misunderstandings with decision makers, causing you to lose that opportunity. They do all of this to make you lose confidence and create failure in your life while they stand by, pretending to care. To deal with people like this, it's important to stay alert and recognize deceitful actions. Don't easily share too much about your plans and personal goals with them, as they might use your information to harm you. Seek support and advice from those who genuinely care about your development, people who will offer sincere advice and support you in every situation. Also, learn to trust your abilities and decisions. Don't let negative advice shake your confidence. Keep going down your own path and don't let those pretending to care make you fail. 7. Not congratulating you. When you achieve a significant accomplishment in life, whether it's a promotion at work or completing a big project, those who are jealous of you will not express joy or congratulate you like a true friend would. Instead, they might avoid you, change the subject, or give indifferent responses, or even remain silent. They may never congratulate you, whether it's a big or small achievement, and just ignore it. For example, when you announce your promotion, they might only smile indifferently or say something like, "Oh, really?" or "Congratulations. But it's not that special." Their response lacks sincere joy, and instead is a forced reaction with no enthusiasm. This lack of positive reaction is a clear sign of jealousy. In fact, these people might feel discomfort when they see you succeed, and they don't want to acknowledge your success because they fear it will highlight their own failures. So, instead of sharing in your joy and pride in your accomplishments, they choose to ignore it or try to downplay its significance. This can happen not only with major successes, but also with small steps forward in life. For instance, if you've just achieved a personal goal such as losing weight, learning a new skill, or meeting a financial target, those around you might not show any happiness. They may never acknowledge your efforts or may purposely avoid congratulating you to avoid facing your success. At this point, you need to recognize those who are not genuinely congratulating you and understand that their lack of interest does not reflect your worth. Remember, your success doesn't need approval from others, especially from those who are jealous. You deserve to be congratulated and to feel proud of what you've achieved. Keep moving on your path without letting their cold reactions make you doubt or feel guilty about your accomplishments. 8. Frequently criticizing you. One of the clearest signs of jealousy is when someone constantly criticizes you. No matter what you do or what you achieve, they may find ways to criticize your actions, decisions, or even yourself, without any valid reason. The purpose of these criticisms is to diminish your value and make you feel inadequate or undeserving of your success. This can come in the form of comments about your work, communication style, or personal choices. For example, when you share a new idea, they might respond with remarks like, "That sounds unrealistic. I'm not sure that will succeed," or "Why don't you try a different approach? It might be better." These criticisms may seem mild and constructive, but in reality, they are meant to make you doubt yourself and your abilities. They don't stop at criticizing your actions, they might even target your character or qualities. Phrases like "you're always too rigid" or "you always think you're right" are common expressions used by jealous people to make you feel flawed or not good enough. They may even create unreasonable arguments just to make you feel like you're always wrong. What's important to note is that these criticisms are not always expressed openly. Sometimes, they might come in the form of indirect remarks, such as "honestly, I don't think you can do that." The purpose of these statements is to make you question yourself and lower your confidence in your actions and decisions. When you notice that you're being constantly criticized like this, it's important not to let these words affect you. In fact, jealous people will always try to make you feel worse about yourself. So you need to maintain belief in yourself and your abilities. Remember, you don't need to change to please those who are not well-intentioned toward you. Instead, use these criticisms as motivation to improve yourself and keep moving forward. Jealousy is a natural emotion, but when expressed outwardly by others, it can have negative effects on your mental state and relationships. However, instead of letting their jealousy affect you, apply Stoic philosophy to maintain inner peace and continue developing. The jealousy signs we've just explored are opportunities for you to learn how to manage emotions, set clear boundaries, and not let negative thoughts divert you from your path. Remember, your success is the result of your persistent efforts. And no matter who is jealous of you, you are the only one who decides the direction of your life. Don't let others' jealousy dim your light. Keep moving forward. Stay true to your values and live by Stoic principles. And you will see that every challenge is simply an opportunity for growth. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Stoic Epic channel for more knowledge to help you live a peaceful and meaningful life. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.